Suzuki in. Score!
Ensuite, s'avance.
Oh my stars, Cole Caulfield ties it.
He's in. He scores! Oh my! Belmanov!
Oh boy. Oh boy. Things are just not looking good in Habs Nation right now. It's another post-game show live on YouTube with the Curfew Boys. I am Sammy, and he is my my very good-looking mustachio cousin, Chris.
Hey, no.
Hey now.
Just barely. Hey, no. Just barely.
It's barely. I'm sorry.
It's nothing against you, Sam. It's
I did nothing wrong tonight. I know
You're
I
good.
did nothing. I know I did nothing wrong tonight. Am I good? I don't know. I'm laughing at my pain here. I'm laughing at our pain as Habs fans tonight take on the Montreal Canadiens take on the Washington Capitals at the Bell Center. It is Thursday, November 20th, and facing the Washington Capitals since the fall, since we faced them in the playoffs in the first round and obviously got eliminated by them. Was hoping for an energetic night filled with revenge and coming after you attitude. Almost looked like it was going that way. But when you're the youngest team in the league and you're fragile in almost every position, forwards, defense, and especially the goaltending position, and you face a veteran team mixed with young talent as well, you face an Alexander Ovechkin, and you face a Tom Wilson, you're going to learn. You're going to learn today.
Yeah. You're going to learn today.
You're going to learn today. Before we get into tonight's topic, tonight's disastrous of a game, I want to thank you all for tuning in. Like I said, live on YouTube and live on Twitter, also known as X. Thank you so much. Please click like and subscribe. It is absolutely free. I know it's a tough time for Habs fans, but still, share this podcast page, share this YouTube page with your fellow Habs fans, friends near and far. It's the only way we can feel the love. All of our episodes available audio platforms such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, any podcast platform. Give us an honest rating and review. Like I said, it's the only way we can feel the love. The Curfew Boys, you can follow them on other social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, also known as TikTok. Also known as X and TikTok, It is late and I'm still trying to wrap my head around tonight's loss, basically. A big thank you to our sponsors. We'll start with Les Délices Lafrenière. Again, another loss. I want to just bury my face in some cakes, cannolis, some of the best pastries that Les Délices Lafrenière has to offer. Zeppelis in the month of March. Sometimes I wish we could just fast forward to the month of March and see where the Canadiens are in the standings so I can enjoy some Zeppelis, whether they're winning or losing badly. But, they have 6 locations, one for every Washington Capitals goal, and just maybe add another 1 or 2 to those. Brossard, Rosemere, Saint-Julie, Montreal West, Pointe-Claire, and our hometown, St. Leonard. I got to double check if Joe Valeno is from St. Leonard. Local paisano. How you doing? Nice goal tonight. We'll get through that later on. Visit lesdeliceslafrenière.com for more details and information. They are simply delicious, simplement délicieux. Another thank you to our sponsor, Mike's Barbecue Rub. My buddy Mike in RDP, who creates his own barbecue spices, anything that can be thrown on the grill, vegetables, meat, fish. You know what? If it can be thrown on the grill, you definitely need to try Mike's Barbecue Rub. He's also one of the only Canadian companies out there that uses his spices to season his kettle chips, which I might open a bag right now because, again, when I feel depressed or angry or sad about the Canadiens, I need to bury my face in some kind of food. So Chris, if you have
Darkness, my old friend.
oh yeah, big time.
Uh,
Visit Mike's Barbecue Rub on social media platforms such as Instagram and TikTok. You can visit his website, mikesbarbecuerub.com, for more information. He ships all of his products anywhere in Canada. So support your local Canadian businesses. I know it's going to be hard tonight, folks, but don't forget to rub your meat. Oh my God, we are live and I can't edit that, but that's okay. And last but not least, Habs Cave. I think Sunil was at the Bell Center tonight witnessing that final disaster in the third period.
Sorry,
But
Sunil.
nonetheless, give our buddy, our boy Sunil, some love on Instagram. Habs Cave on Instagram. I'm telling you, it's every Habs fan's dream to have a man cave like the Habs Cave. Content with memorabilia that you can think of. For sure, he has it in his Habs Cave. Like I said, follow him on Instagram and TikTok. He's such an awesome person, a great member of the Montreal Canadiens community. So give him some love. Thank you to our sponsors. All right, Chris. God damn it. Now I think I'm going to fucking explode. I'm going to excuse all of our audience members. Sorry for the language. You know what? We're hard Habs fans like all of you. We want to come with actual raw emotions without we're gonna have to criticize some players tonight for their performance. It doesn't mean we don't want them on the team for now. It doesn't mean they're bad people, but at some point in time, you got to take accountability. It starts with the player. It starts with the players. Maybe it starts with Marty. We could say, where's Kent Hughes? You guys already comments are coming in. Great questions coming all the way, or comments just in general. Here we're gonna start right. Our boy Rob. Is it time to push the red button or therefore the panic button? I don't think so. It's only November. We're at game 20 right now. Just more or less a quarter of the season is done. I mean, they still have a winning record, but I get that Marty tried to shake things up with the lineup changes in Columbus, putting Slavkovsky with Oliver Kapanen and Ivan Demidov. That game against Columbus, they actually looked really good. I thought they had great chemistry that game. Not so much of a good game from them tonight. And talking about the changes, Bulldzik up on the first line with Suzuki and Caulfield. I thought they had a better game tonight. I thought they created some chances. Caulfield just can't get a shot on net. He's making the right plays, just not hitting the net. Bulldzik gets an assist tonight on I don't know if it was on, I'm pretty sure it was on Nick Suzuki's goal.
I think so. Yeah.
Nick Suzuki.
No. Yeah, it was Bolzerk and Cartier.
Cartier. There you go. I think Nick Suzuki is nursing an injury, and the guy's hustling out there. He's trying everything. You know what? Does the final score depict their play tonight? Not entirely. I mean, they almost kept it close. But what frustrates me the most now is it's the mental errors. It's mental errors from everybody. Okay, when I say everybody, I mean all the positions, the forwards, the defensemen, and the goaltenders. Like, holy shit, talk about kicking a guy while he's down, man. Some of the comments coming in, I love what you guys are writing, honestly. Hi-fi sound guy, if he's listening, another injury, I can't take it anymore. Jake Evans, man, you know what? Okay, I try to deliver my thoughts as not just a Montreal Canadiens fan, but as a hockey fan in general. Tom Wilson, I think anybody would agree we would take him on our team. A player like that we would take on our team. But as a Habs fan, I am fuming at the fucking mouth about this guy right now. That should have been a charging call on Jake Evans, an elbow, anything. And that same stupid play that led to the Jacob Shirkin goal. Sorry, I cannot pronounce his name.
Chikrin.
Thank you, Chris. That's why I got you. Icing call, maybe on a Noah Dobson, a bit of a brain fart on a pass. It's okay. Still, there was a specific play. I have to put out Uri Slavkovsky's name out there because there was a play where he was along the boards. He had the puck. He's tired because of the icing. Jake Evans is skating close to him, up in the middle. You hear him screaming, hey, 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 hey. That's what we hockey players do when we want to pass because we know we can get it. You give it to us, we got it. All Slav had to do was just give it to him. Was it fatigue that caused him a brain fart and to give away the puck? Probably. Maybe. You gotta give that, man. You cannot make mistakes like that. Mistakes like that cannot be made. Not at this level. And God bless Slav. I love him as a player. He's still young. He's still learning. But at some point, too, buddy, you're in the NHL for a reason because you're supposed to be one of the best out of 700 people plus in this world that can play this game. You got to make that pass, kid. It does. I'm not. I love Slav. I love this game against Columbus. I liked who wrote this. Big Pizza guy. It was a big opportunity for Slav to show he can be a dominant physical player. He did it. I'm not sure he will ever be. I think it's not that it's harsh. I think let's just pump the brakes if he's ever gonna be. Part of it, you could question: is it in Slav's DNA to be mean? Maybe. I don't think he'll ever be a Tom Wilson mean, but still, he's gotta fucking bring it, man. Play angry. Lane Hudson against the Columbus Blue Jackets. He was angry. He played angry. And look how dominant he was. We need that from Slavkovsky, man. Chris, sorry. I'm obviously venting.
No, just
it's your turn to vent. I don't know if you agree with me on that specific play. Then that led to a Tom Wilson hit on Jake Evans. That led to the fucking goal. And that gave me PTSD when Tom Wilson took out Alexandre Carrier during the playoffs, and then they ended up scoring a goal. I'm pretty sure it was on Jakub Dobesh. I don't remember the play exact, but I remember Carrier getting his lights knocked out, and then because of Tom Wilson, and then Washington scores. So,
Sam, settle down in there and just give me a few moments because it's going to be about a 5 to 7 minute rant. It's going to be my turn.
Shane Oliver, love you, buddy. Keep doing what you're doing on social media too, buddy. Okay, Chris, go.
So, first and foremost, I agree with a lot of what you're saying. The fact that Jake Evans takes a flying elbow to the mouth, doesn't come back in the third period, goes to the and in the second period goes to the dressing room with a bloodied mouth, like completely missed call and a horrendous one at that. That leads directly to the game winner. The fifth, I believe it was the fifth goal at that point in time. Complete dog shit. I've also never seen a game with that many. It was. I think it might have been the fourth goal.
Because Sonny Milano's goal was the fifth one, and I got a comment to say about that too. Go ahead.
Yeah, but all this to say is like I have a few bones to pick, and I will also say and pre-emphasize, it's not that I'm calling for guys to be traded. It's not to say guys should be fired. But there are some criticisms that are going to be relatively harsh, and I'm going to try to be as realistic and as fair as possible as I can be. And again, this is my opinion. First and foremost, we have countless guys on this team who are not playing like themselves. And I will say this, as much as we've praised Marty, there are starting to be a handful of questionable decisions. Again, they're decisions that doesn't define his whole career and his stay with us. But all I am saying is that Arbor Jacki, that man on the wall back there, I don't recognize the guy. I don't recognize my favorite player. This man looks like he's scared to make a hit. We have said he's making some better passes. He's being more responsible. He's doing things the right way. He's playing well on the PK. But in terms of what Tom Wilson did, I find it unacceptable that he didn't really go do something to send a message and do something to Tom Wilson or any other Washington Capital for that matter. The only guy who did something was Josh Anderson when he started mixing it up with Ovechkin. And at
Yeah.
that point in time, I was sitting here going, fuck, it's about time that somebody makes a statement and tries to knock the Caps off their game. But all that to say is, and Sam, I'm going to need a few more minutes because this is my therapy for the day. If I swear to God, I don't recognize Arbor Jacki, and we needed him more in the. And it's not against Arbor Jacki. I just feel as though, in a certain sense, he's being held back or he's nervous. He's in his head. You have Jakub Dobeš, who hasn't played this bad any point during the year. I find that they chose to bench him or not to play him. I won't say bench. It doesn't have a good connotation, but they chose not to play Jakub Dobeš when Jakub Dobeš was playing well. They decide to go to Sam Montembeault. Case in point tonight, you have Sam Montembeault, and then you have Racicot Montembeault. Certain nights where he just lets in. There were two goals that were absolute garbage. If you take the
Yeah.
Tom Wilson goal that shouldn't have counted, if you take the two gimme goals that Sam Montembeault gave before getting pulled, this is a completely different game, and it
Yeah.
frustrates me. Guys are like, and the other thing too is nothing. I'm happy for Bolduc. I'm really, really, really happy to see Bolduc there. But you had one of the best lines in hockey that was always leaning on a plus side and contributing points regularly. And I understand you have injuries. You wanna spread that out, but that line has been a pillar of this team for the past 2.5, going on 3 seasons. What kind of decisions are these? Like, I am not
Yeah.
happy with a lot of coaching decisions. I'm not happy with the way Monty's playing. Now arguably we messed with Dobish's confidence. What are we doing? And
Yeah.
yeah, okay, we're young team. We're a young team. We don't have people to bolster, that confidence and get them locked. I don't want to say locked in, but locked back in when they're destabilized.
Hmm. Hmm.
I it I just fuck. It's sometimes I wish we also had a veteran coach. I wish we had an assistant veteran coach. And again, no offense to them. Washington, I took note of this. You had Washington right in the first. Ovi goes and bumps Suzuki relatively hard. You have GM
Hmm.
who's interfering with Suzuki. No call there. Another one. You have a bunch of you have was it Budzik who got slashed? Go check. But Budzik got slashed in the back of
Hmm.
the leg after hitting Ryan Leonard. You had a bunch of different things, and I'm I'm tired of getting bullied. We have the guys where we don't need to get bullied as much at the very least, and we don't play. We don't play to respond to this type of crap that happens up against us. And I don't want to say no surprise, but fuck, if you're not going to respond and it's open season and you want to run a guy like Jake Evans and nobody comes and addresses the situation, I'm fucking beside myself right now. I'm really
Oh,
beside
I don't
myself.
blame you. Oh, I definitely
I'm
don't
gonna
blame you.
stop there. It's
What?
it's been long enough.
No, no, we'll,
Back
we'll
to you,
definitely keep
Sam.
going. So, but I said this in our group chat that we have. This team is low on confidence right now. It's not. This team can't go from playing a fantastic October to the November that they're having because they don't know how to play hockey. It's listen. Part of me wants to say they're going to snap out of it. I really think they will. It's really difficult to see it at the moment, considering they're what they're all 5-1 in their last 5 games or 6 games. But right now, their confidence is so low, and tonight showed me that not only is their confidence low in their play, but like in their fight, in bite back, like do something, dude. When
Yep.
when there was a scrum in front of the net, I don't know if it was. I think it was the Gallagher goal, which by the way, so happy he got his first goal. So happy Joe Veleno got his first goal this season too.
Yeah.
But during that scrum, Demidov was trying to. I remember seeing it. Demidov was trying to
Oh,
poke, try to
cross
get the
check
puck
to the
in,
back of him.
and Tom Wilson from full speed went cross checking into him. And I understand we're on a power play. I don't even know if that was addressed to some sense. Yeah, after Anderson went after Ovechkin, dude. Ovechkin's a fridge. He's a tank. Oh, he's old man Logan on skates right now. He's not afraid of anybody. And yes, I agree with you. Good on Josh Anderson. We need more. We need more, though. We don't have the guys to do it, unfortunately. We just don't. Like, yeah, we're supposed to have Arbor to doing it. When he's
But
not getting
that's
the
what
minutes,
that's
mind you,
that's where
13 and a half.
that's where I'm saying. But
Yeah,
that's where I'm saying, like,
that's what
I'm
there's so
beside
low in
myself going,
confidence.
what's going on? Because that is you literally had an Arbor Jackeye. Somebody that you like, a vicious, I would say, I wouldn't even say like an attack dog. I would say a fucking lion that the whole, like, everybody basically had to hold back because he was like completely insane at times. And like
Oh,
with the utmost respect, with
he
the
was like a guard dog, big time.
what, like, it's how I just see it, and it's, I'm not even gonna like again, I'm gonna turn back and I'm gonna point. I love the Jackeye brothers. Favorite player on the
They're-
team.
Yeah.
I don't know how Arbor didn't do anything to send a message after like you said. I can't believe I missed that. But the Demidov cross check to the back,
Oh yeah,
and
dude,
then
I
Evans
was
Evans to the
livid.
mouth.
I was
What's going
livid about
on?
that. I was livid, but also Chris. Yeah, we say yeah, Arbor Jack. I should have challenged him or Josh. Dude, I'm sorry, Josh Anderson. God love him, but like he's not gonna scare a Tom Wilson. Arbor Jack. We love him all to death. We all love him to death. Excuse me. He's not there. We got nobody to challenge a Tom Wilson. We really don't. You know what? You know what this reminds me of? Remember when Tom Wilson uh bullied
Destroyed
the
the
New York
Rangers,
Rangers?
Panarin.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah. And then 24 to
he
48
got
hours
Ryan
later,
Reeves.
well, they did. But what happened to Jeff Gordon? He got fired because, mind you,
Yeah.
the Rangers, not because of that incident, but like there was more shit that came out afterwards. But I don't know.
Thank you, New York Rangers.
We, we are like the New York Rangers of that time. Like we're just getting bullied by Tom Wilson. Somebody said we're almost like the Leafs now. We lost our identity when we were the first stage of this rebuild. Even though we were losing, we had the identity of a wolf pack mentality that was going to come after you, even if you're beating us. Tonight, listen. It's unfortunately tonight is I don't want to say a glass half empty, but it's almost 3/4 empty. There was a bit of push. Excuse me. There
They
was a
still
bit
scored
of a
4
push.
goals. On s'entend?
There was
We
there
agree?
was
Yeah.
there was a bit of a push coming back. That to me, that Sonny Milano goal again, 2 minutes had something left in the second period. Like a skating brain fart by Carrier. It happens, slips. Jakob Dobish, man, like, dude, I have to look at that replay again, but I'm watching it 2-3 times. He was so sliding out on his left side that Milano was able to roof it on his blocker side. I didn't like that goal on Dobish. I really didn't. I really didn't. It's
Yeah.
right now. Both goaltenders are fragile. And good on Marty for taking Monty out when he did, because it actually brought a bit of life back
Yeah.
into the team. It actually did. But fuck, man, like we're fragile right now. We're a fragile team right now, man. Especially at the goaltending position. There's something not right with both our goaltenders. And then that's going to open up that whole can of worms and debate about calling Jacob Fowler up because he's looking amazing in Laval. But the kid's not ready yet.
Yeah, he needs as much
Trust
time,
me.
folks,
Trust
to
me,
develop.
guys. I want Jacob Fowler in a Montreal Canadiens uniform, like ASAP, but reasonably. Okay, like I oh my God, Shane Oliver,
Shane Oliver.
You find that ice rink in Montreal, you rent it, you send
Won't be
us a
there.
DM. We're there in a freaking heartbeat. We'll bring in pylons. We'll do some drills or something. I don't know. But my point is now that's opened up a whole debate. Now, guys, trust me, Jacob Fowler, he's getting better and better as the beginning of the season. Excuse me, he's getting better and better since the beginning of the season. He's only a few games in, and guys, I think maybe we'll have solved the goaltender quote unquote problem as of next season. But for now, we are with these two. Everyone's like, Kent Hughes, get on the phone, do something. Kent Hughes and Jeff Gordon have been making phone calls around the league. And apparently it's for either that second line center that we all want or even a winger. Now part of me is wondering, just do we go get somebody with a depth forward with some grit, somebody who's not afraid to back down to anybody, including a Tom Wilson, somebody that's going to deliver hits, forecheck hard. You know what I
You
mean?
know, Sammy's been saying something to the fans out there. Sammy's been saying something that I'm in agreement with, but he's been the most vocal about it for years. Nicolas Deslauriers never should have left
Oh
the Montreal
man,
Canadiens.
I know it's been
That
a
was a
while.
really, really, really bad. Not. It wasn't a bad trade, but it was just. It's so sad that we kind of gave up on him for another asset in a certain sense. I would have loved to have seen him here. We had him when he was still pretty damn young. So
Well,
look,
yeah, I think his last game in Montreal, I have to go double check, but I'm pretty sure his last game in Montreal is when he was on the line with Ryan Paling, his first NHL game against the Leafs, and he ended up scoring that hat trick. I think
trick.
that was his last game in Montreal. I'd have to go double check. I'm not 100% certain, but the last time I remember Nicolas Deslauriers with a Montreal Canadiens uniform, he was on a fourth line playing with Ryan Paling. I'm pretty sure Ryan Paling got a hat trick and the shootout winner against the Toronto Maple Leafs in that final year. And I'm pretty sure that was like I'm pretty sure it was the 2018
It was Bob
2019
Cole's
season.
last game that he ever called.
Exactly, too. That too. Yes. Anyways, like I would love to have a Nicolas Deslauriers type player or a Matthew Olivier type player, but those guys are hard to find and they're not easily tradable. I mean, teams wanted Arbor Jacki last season and the season before, and Kent Hughes declined God knows how many offers. So
I have something for you. Okay, I'm
okay.
not going to pile up on this crap, and I want to
Mm-hmm,
stay focused on the game at hand.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But we've evidently spoken about injuries, and I'm not going
Yep.
to lie to you. Kirby Doc is somebody that I'm more and more and more starting to worry about. I will go
Yeah.
as far as saying this. If it
Mm-hmm.
would take, and fans are gonna flip their shit, they're gonna fucking want to reach through the screen and choke me out right now. But if I had the opportunity to trade Kirby Doc this very moment for a guy like Mathieu Olivier, 1-for-1, as uneven skill wise of a trade as it is, trade for a need, I would hesitate at the very least. I think I would do the trade.
Mm-hmm.
Not an easy one to do, but I'm starting to also when we're talking about trades and you're talking about Ken Hughes and going out and looking for another winger or another a second line centerman. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna put the blame on Patrick Laine. I'm not gonna put the blame on Caden Gooley. I'm not gonna worry.
Who I miss? Who I miss? I miss Caden
We
Gooley in
all
the back end.
we like seriously. All I'm getting at is that I think we have a lot of talent. We have some great, great, great guys in the pipeline, including Michael Hage and yes, Jacob Fowler, who will come up eventually. I'm now starting to worry about surrounding our young guy a little bit incrementally as these losses pile up. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just saying to get it back to this game. Games like tonight, every time Demidov was stepping out on the ice, I wasn't concerned about whether or not he was going to do something offensively. In the back of my mind, and it's a sickening thought, and I really don't want to be watching hockey games feeling this way, but I'm going, please, for the love of God, be aware of whoever's around you, because these guys are taking runs, they're making hits, they're doing
Mhm.
whatever they can to hit, and nobody's responding. So it's open season. We need to actually start considering, is there going to be a significant shakeup? And again, there are contracts that have to run out, Gallagher's and Anderson's contracts. But what's your succession plan? Who comes after those guys? Because right now we're depending on those two guys. I think we can do better in the eventuality, have younger guys come in and fill those shoes in other manners. But I'm just starting to say maybe this is a procedure that has to happen sooner rather than later. And it's not to rip in and say they don't have that wolf pack mentality. No, somebody there to kind of coach and show Arbor Jacki the true ropes of what it's like to play that role, when to do it. I think he's finally getting when to do it, but now, because he's been so disciplined in that sense, he's struggling with the actual fights. And it's anyways, not to go all over the place. All I'm saying is that there are certain players and guys on the team. I have Kirby Doc as that gigantic question mark. I think we said it
Yeah.
this last season, we said it the season before, and we said it the season before that. It's basically 3.5 seasons in a row that we're saying, well, can we count on Kirby Doc? And it's like
So
minimum 6 to 10 weeks of injuries every single year.
so Shane Oliver just posted this. I wanted to mention this guy's name, but we don't have David Savard or a veteran like David Savard to help calm the kids down. And look at that block shots. The
Yeah.
Caden Gooley, I was certain that he'd be sort of that shot blocker replacement, because don't forget he started his career paired with David Savard, and I'm sure he's learned so much from the limited amount of time that he was able to take from him. I thought maybe Caddy would be a bit that guy too. Caden Gooley's missed. I don't know what a player like Kirby Doc must be going through, because contract year. I think I think the knee I think the knee injury is still lingering somewhere in there, although he has shown flashes here and there, and he is playing he was playing
He's playing
better.
great hockey.
He was playing better compared to last year, which
Expectation.
the bar ain't that. But anyways, all that to say is you got to give credit where it's due. Kirby Doc has been playing better now with that injury. Look, I miss Alex Newhook too on that line with Kapanen and Demidov. And I want to say this: I really think I'm curious to see if history is somewhat going to repeat itself, and if Marty's going to make these guys bag skate tomorrow at practice, if they are practicing tomorrow. And it kind of reminds me last year. I think last year I think it was after October. I think it was after Halloween or a couple of days after a bad loss in Washington, and Marty made them back skate the game after. So I'm just curious. I'm curious if he's going to do that, because I think the boys need a bit of a practice like that. Just to, I think they need a little kick in the ass, maybe, just to sort of wake them up and be like, "Yo, you guys are better than this. This team is better than what they are." I get there's the injuries to pretty significant pieces. Can't use it as an excuse. I'm sorry. This is the NHL. No one's gonna forgive you guys. No one's gonna feel sorry for you guys. Nobody.
Yeah.
Like Marty says, the game goes on, the league goes on, right?
Well, do
I
you
think
have
I
Nick Suzuki as well? One of the most instrumental pieces on the whole team, who has not been
just want
playing
to
at
say good night.
100% since blocking
Yeah,
the shot from Travis Konechny.
yeah. Just want to say good
So,
night to Diana. She's a great follower and supporter. Good night, Diana. She's all the way in the East Coast, so
right,
have a good night. Um,
kindest
what I want
people that there are out on the East Coast.
what I wanted to say, Chris, was I think I get the feeling for Toronto on Saturday. I want to see Slav back with Suzuki and Cole. I don't know why. I can't explain it. I just think they've been, like you said, they've been carrying this team for seasons now. And I also think I'm not saying Bolduc with Suzuki and Cole is bad. It's just it just shows, and I get it's only 2 games, but he doesn't have the same chemistry that Slav brings with those two. And like I said, it's only 2 games. I understand. I just think maybe Bolduc might be better suited for Kapanen and Demidov because you have a 200-foot centerman in Kapanen. You have Demidov who can feed a player like Bolduc who needs to shoot because he has a shot.
Yep.
That's my thought process behind what I'm trying to suggest here.
Sam, say
I
no
don't.
more. I'm in total agreement. I'm in absolute total agreement. And it like I said, there's the argument. It boggles my mind that you take apart one of the best lines in hockey over the past 2 years, and the dynamic. You just broke it down perfectly. Like Demidov is still going to be a shooting threat. He's still going to be a passing threat. You have Kapanen who's there to cover for them. But like right now, I'm looking at it and I'm saying, what was Slav's role on the first line? He played more of a little bumper role. He would go fetch the puck off the boards, and like Bolduc, you can see him sometimes waiting for the shot or wanting to contribute
Mhm,
offensively. But like that first line with Slav had that dynamic. They don't have
mhm.
that dynamic, and I think that Bolduc risks scoring a lot more goals playing with a guy like Demidov. I don't know. I'm just and that hence my frustration. Like I said, hence my frustration with Marty. Don't even get me started on the fact that they took Demidov off the first power play. Let me be perfectly clear in
Yeah.
saying there was a play, and this is not to diminish Bolduc in any way, shape, or form, but he was right in front of the net. He got the puck and just a split in the first period. Go watch it. He had
Mhm.
a split second hesitation. That
Oh,
is
yeah, yeah,
something that
yeah.
if
A couple.
That is something that if
Yeah.
Demidov is standing in that place, it's a cross seam pass that that has a very good chance of getting into the back of the net. So
But there
it
were.
it frustrates me when I see that.
But Shane Oliver brings up a good point. He had to try the top line was getting shut down. That is true. I think Bolduc, excellent player, but I never saw him as a top six. I always saw him as a perfect young third line depth player that could score goals. I mean, he did it last season. He did it on the power play for St. Louis. I really thought that what's what he's going to be. We have an injury to Alex Newhook, who I feel is kind of like the same player. He has the speed. Is he really a top six? I mean, maybe he was starting to. I really think Newhook was having his breakout season before that terrible injury. It's like what do you do now? Like what does Marty do? This is a tough thing for Marty, and now even tougher. It's like what do you do with the goaltenders? This debate's going to keep going until at least one of the goaltenders starts waking up. And it's so true. Yeah, the Dobish went from being so confident. Dude, like I hate bringing this up again, but what the heck happened to him? Not during the New Jersey game, but after. It's okay if, and again, if guys get emotional, it's fine. Like Jakub Dobish probably is the player on this team that cares the most about wearing the crest on his chest. But after that, man, dude, something, I don't know what the heck happened to the poor kid, but something, there's got to be a deeper meaning as to what happened. It's not just, oh, I'm just upset because they lost me and I promised myself that I really wanted to beat these guys. I don't know, man. Like to have a kind of reaction like that this early, if it was like a final game of the season where you had to win or you get eliminated from the playoffs, it's any like I said, it's not that it's a lot more acceptable. I got to be careful what I say here. It's okay for any player to show emotion, but we're also allowed to question, like, is there something more than what's just on the surface of him taking that loss badly? I don't know, but ever since then,
That's the thing,
I
Sam. Like
don't know.
I'm
I don't
looking
know, man. I don't
let's
know.
do a quick run through. Like I'm gonna literally go through this exercise based off of what you're saying. If I do a quick run through, I would say that Hudson had a few games where he was clearly
Mhm.
in his head.
Yeah.
Demidov, I don't think much has changed with Demidov. I would
Still
continue
a
on.
rookie too.
Slavkovsky's up and down. Um, I would continue on. Say Struble had a handful of really bad games and
Mhm.
clearly wasn't playing like himself. Arbor Jacki, I think he's been arguably the second or third most impacted if we want to talk goaltender because it's our two goaltenders. I don't know who's
Yeah.
talking to our goaltenders. But our two goaltenders are absolutely. But I'm just saying that's Jacki, Struble, Slavkovsky, even at times an amazing talent like Lane Hudson. Those are guys that showed signs of not being at their best, and we're
Mhm.
talking mental game here.
Yeah.
That, in
Oh,
my
it's
opinion, is like a
100% the mental game.
glaring.
It's
But how
100%
many?
that. It's not possible that you go from, like I said, from the October they had to a November. It's not like they had a bad start and it's just keep going. It's just all of a sudden. It's like I don't know. I don't want to use injuries as an excuse here. I don't know. The only ones who are consistently good, I, I'll still give the captain's name, Nick Suzuki. I think Cole, he hasn't scored in a couple of games, still putting up points here and there. I think the only one that's been consistent from the start of the season is Mike Matheson. I think
Maybe Oliver Kapanen. I would be willing to throw him into the mix. Oliver Kapanen.
that's not a bad name to throw in there. That's not a bad name because we're all yeah, you know what? I like that too, but I think Mike Matheson, if we're gonna stick with just the defenseman, he's been consistently the best one. And I got to give Noah Dobson a little credit too. Noah Dobson, he makes little mistakes here and there, which is kind of normal. That's always been his game as an offensive defenseman. But Mike Matheson is the only one that's been consistently good. I think giving him no power play responsibilities is a pure ease on his mind, and it kind of shows in his game. Other than that, I mean, Uh, Brendan Gallagher, you know what you're going to get out of him. Joe Veleno, we got to give him credit tonight. Probably his like I said, his best
Best
game of the
game by
season.
far.
Yep. So I don't know. I just think, dude,
There's
they
there's
gotta.
there's some there's
It's
something
tough.
off. I don't know if they need a
It's tough
motivational
right now.
speaker. Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna need.
They
Let's.
got to get that first goal.
I'm go They have to get that. Well, beyond the first goal,
I don't know when's the
I'm
last
con-
time they scored the first goal of the game. I'm gonna search it up, but
I'm gonna turn to the movie Any Given Sunday, uh, especially
inch by
for.
inch.
Well, we're going that away
That's
because
not.
it's that very speech. It's if we do not come
But
together as a
Albert,
team, we will
yeah.
die as individuals. That's what Saturday is all about.
No, I can't do it for you. I just love imitating Al Pacino, but like old Al Pacino, not like Godfather or I think Scent of a Woman. Al Pacino is kind of in there, just throwing the hooah in there. But that's a great speech. I don't know how many times I listened to that speech before playing hockey, like back in my amateur hockey days. Maybe I should listen to it in my beer league hockey days. Who knows? But
You
I
listen to that, you go on
no,
the
but
ice, you
you're
still
right.
lose
No, you're right.
8-6. No, it's just to me already the fact that they were kind of talking about this game being something of importance before getting to the rink today.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
It was a major disappointment, but I will also say this more than anything else. Saturday night
Mhm.
against the Leafs in Montreal, having lost as many games as they have in a row, if they do not win Saturday night, the question was asked earlier, I
Mhm.
believe by either Roberto Simoniello,
Yeah. Yeah.
or
Our boy
was
Rob.
it potentially Big Pizza Pie? One of you two fans, I'm super sorry for not getting it right out of the gate, but one of you two mentioned that. That's when I hit the panic button. That is exactly when I hit the panic button. Katie and
Okay.
Rocky. Oh yeah. Okay. The Rocky analogies are
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
are gonna start flowing here. You're walking a dangerous line there, Shane.
especially Rocky Four.
It's more like if he dies, he dies. That's the Montreal Canadiens right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have a few a few of the lines from that any given Sunday speech. Inch by inch, that's gonna make the fucking difference between winning and losing. The inches we have are everywhere. Oh, I'm sorry, we're going completely off topic, but it's, and this
It's
is
a
on
feel good
YouTube now.
moment
So
after a
this,
really rough game.
this is on YouTube to stay forever unless we delete this video. But oh my god! As soon as we get off air, I'm definitely going to list that speech. I'm also laughing at the pain from tonight's game. But I don't know. I don't know what else to say, folks. Listen, they gotta forget about this one again. I just don't like how loss against the Kings 5-1, 7-0 against the Stars, a better game 3-2 against Boston, uh, an even somewhat better game against Columbus, lost 4-3 in overtime, and then tonight, man, like that's how many goals right there. 12, 15, 19, 20, 27 goals allowed in 5 games. Jesus, oh my god, that's not good, guys. That's just not good. No, the month of November needs to end. If they're able to get this win, they got to take advantage of a somewhat fragile Toronto Maple Leafs team as well. If they can pull that win, go on the road, go to the West, maybe get away from get away as much as you can from Montreal, and obviously it comes with the territory, but yeah, those points lost can cause them a playoff spot. Yeah, I mean the one hopeful, I still have hope, saving grace is that it's probably better if it were to happen to this team. Maybe it's better that it happens now rather than in the month of February, March. Maybe let's hope it doesn't come to that. But man, like Toronto, and then you're going to Utah after. They're gonna want their revenge. And you're playing, oh my god, back to
At
back on the 28th,
the Avs,
and Vegas,
and the Vegas Golden Knights. There you go.
and they're afternoon games, Eastern
Yeah,
time. So
it's the Thanksgiving, American Thanksgiving
oh yes, that's true. Yeah.
games. But it's just
Yeah.
holy crap. No, it's like buckle up because I'm gonna say it. I don't know why I'm gonna say it, but it's just a gut feeling.
Hmm.
A big win against the Leafs can
Yeah.
be a quick recipe for a nice turnaround.
I hope so. I'm optimistic. I'm an optimistic guy. I think,
Mhm.
but
So
they need this win. They really, really, really need this win against the Leafs. And if you ask it of me, and if you ask any Habs fan out there, I think if they pull that off on a Saturday night at home, hockey night in Canada, yeah, that hopefully starts off the road trip on a better note, and hopefully back to their winning ways. But no, they got to figure out that power play, man. I'm happy for Brendan Gallagher, but they gotta figure out a way. Yeah, only one regulation win in November. Yeah, that's awful, and they're not looking. They don't have a good track record against playoff teams from last year. But I don't know. I think that's all I got, Chris.
no,
Unless you have
let's
anything else
let's
to
call
add.
it. Let's throw some water and stop singing kumbaya. Throw some water on the fire and stop singing kumbaya and call it a night because
Yeah.
it's been a long, long freaking night. And apologies for a lot more swearing today, as per the usual. God knows YouTube is going to punish us for that, but
Raw emotion. No,
happy
that's
to be
okay.
able to share this emotion with you fans and with you, Sammy, and just, across the
Oh,
board. It,
yeah, Shane Oliver,
we hate
Robbie.
losing.
Yeah, Diana. Who else? Who else did we get comments from? Big Pizza Guy. Yeah, no, you guys,
Alberto, yeah,
Christian Hi-Fi Sound Guy. Oh, thanks to everybody that tuned in and to who took the time. Really appreciate it. I guess you know what. Listen, let's give the boys some positivity as best as we can. They definitely can use it. No matter what, always support and love this team. But we gotta get the W's and those 2 points. That's all I got, Chris.
That's all it should be.
Everybody, really, really, really appreciate you tuning in to another post game show of the Curfew Boys podcast, live on YouTube and Twitter, also known as X. Again, if you liked what you hear, or if you like what you heard and what you saw, please follow, subscribe. It's absolutely free. Share this with your Habs fans, friends all around us. Follow the Curfew Boys on other social media platforms such as Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. A big thank you to our sponsors, Les Délices Lafrenière, Habs Cave, and Mike's Barbecue Rub. Really, really appreciate it. All of our episodes are available in audio formats on platforms such as Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts. Okay. 8-4 final. Alex Ovechkin, the Washington Capitals, ruin our Thursday nights. But let's hope the boys can regroup and beat the hated Toronto Maple Leafs Saturday night at the Bell Center. Chris, really appreciate your time, bud. I'll see you next time. Until then, bye now.
Bye now.